Hi everybody, welcome back to my video series on English translations of the Bible. Which version of the Bible is best for me? And today we're going to look at the gold standard of the English translations, the King James Version. Now, the King James Version was first published in 1611, and it was based on the work of earlier scholars such as William Tyndale and others. And William Tyndale gave his life so that every ploughboy in England might have access to the scriptures in his own language. You see, the King James Version is founded on the blood of the martyrs. Is it the version for you? Well, I'm going to try to list some of the pros and cons, as I see it, of the King James Version to help you decide for yourself. And the major point in the King James Bible, the major pro, is that it is a literal translation of the Hebrew and the Greek. And to me, that is the major plus point for the King James Version. The other major thing in the King James Version is the majesty and the beauty of the language. In 1785, Alexander Geddes said of the King James Version that it was, of all versions, the most excellent. And the King James Version has had a tremendous impact upon the life and the development of the English-speaking peoples, upon law, upon culture, upon even the very development of the English language. We owe so much to this version of the Bible. So those are some of the major plus points for the King James Version. Are there any negatives? Is there anything that I would say is a minus point against the King James Version? Yes, there is. And the main thing is that the language of the King James Version is not the language of today. The language of 1611 is not the language of the 21st century. And for that reason, there are some points in it for the casual reader that it is difficult to understand. It's difficult to see exactly what is meant because some of the vocabulary has changed and a little bit of the grammar. So it's not just so easily accessible to us because it's not exactly our language today. Also, it can be much more difficult for children, for young people, to understand the King James Version. It's also not easily understandable for new converts. And if you're a Christian and you're witnessing to unsaved people, it's not a good version to give to them because they just won't find it easy to understand. So those are some of the points against the King James Version, against this wonderful translation. Is this a version for you to use in your study of the scriptures? You decide. I'm going to be looking at another version next time. Don't forget to join me if you haven't done so already. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notifications bell, and YouTube will tell you when they're coming up. If you've already subscribed, don't forget to like and to comment, and I will see you in the next video and we'll talk about the next version in this list of wonderful translations of the Word of God. God bless you, my friends. See you soon.